Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Spintires Mudrunner. Now then, there was an update planned for this week sometime, however, it's not been brought out yet. And part of the update that was planned is they are adding in a new camera option into the game that will be centered on the vehicle so that you can hopefully sort of zoom in and out a little bit better. It's not here yet because of limitations on when I can actually do my recording for various different episodes of the week. I can't leave this one any longer, so I've got to do my recording today without the update. So we're just going to sort of carry on as we were, and the idea for me this week is I'm going to go down here and I'm going to head this way, and we're going to sort of try to find that watch point there, and then that watch point there, and then finally we're going to get down to here. How we do this, I'm not really sure. We got two watch points over here as well, and I'm not quite sure how we get to them. All of this is going to be quite an epic adventure, so I'd like to get the watch points uncovered. If I can at least get down here to this log kiosk at the bottom of the map, I'll be very happy. We do have one there, and we've got one here, so I'm not really sure which one we'd want to go for, but we'll sort of see what we can do with it. And then maybe take one of these vehicles up here and bring that down to try to get to these two watch points that are left on the map. We've got nothing else, and get those uncovered. I'm not going to do a particularly long episode today because I would like to I'm getting fed up with this camera, and a lot of people have said they're fed up with the camera as well, to the point where you don't even like watching the episodes because the camera is painful. And I can well understand that, so I'm going to do a shorter episode this week. We're only like half an hour, and once that is done, we'll say fairly well, and then next week, hopefully in next week's episode, we'll have the updated camera and we'll be able to take a good look at some serious improvements to the game. They're bringing out map mod support and stuff like that, so it's really great that they are still working on the game and they're bringing out these updates and stuff like that. I'm absolutely thrilled to bits with that. It does also mean that if they are still working on the game, there is always the chance they'll bring out a DLC later on. Now, I realize that the topic of DLCs is a little bit controversial. There are quite a lot of people that don't like DLCs. They don't like the idea of a DLC. You know, you pay for the game and then that should be it. However, I've always been of a mind that if you're paying a subscription for a game, then that should be it. You pay a monthly fee to play the game. There shouldn't be anything else. You should have nothing extra. There shouldn't be any more than that. You pay a monthly fee to play a game. But if you've got a game that you've paid a single amount of cash for, and let's be fair, it wasn't a huge amount of cash. It was a set price for the game, and that's what we paid for it. But then if you move on again, right, oh, we got another vehicle over here. Ideal. Okay, so we can go to that one. We've got a road down there that we could go to, and that kind of heads out towards that watch point out there that maybe we could get to. Although I'm thinking right now that I kind of want to go this way. I'm going to carry on the way I'm going, just kind of up through here, and hope that I can find that E-7310 up that way in a minute. But yeah, with a DLC, I've always sort of been of the opinion that with a DLC, I think it's a positive thing, because it's an indication that the developers of the game are still working on the game. They still intend to keep releasing stuff for the game, and they're going to bring out more things in the future. And yes, you do have to pay money for a DLC, and unless it's a free DLC, of course. But you know, paying the money for it, I don't think is like a major. That's one of ones that we've already got. We've got that thing. That's a beast that we already own. This is the one that I'm driving around right now. I could have had a different vehicle on here and I could still have done this. It's a good job that the camera is not showing my mistreatment of that trailer behind us right now. That's yeah, you don't want to do that to your vehicles. Right, so now I kind of I want to go out this way. Let me just go okay. I want to go down there and then sort of out that way, and then we're sort of we're heading in that way, kind of like that really. Which is which way? Oh, it's all the way back over there. Right. Get back to my view that I had on the vehicle. It's kind of about there, I think. So yeah, DLC. I realise that it is a little bit controversial, and there are a lot of people that hate the idea of DLC. You know, you pay for the game, that should be it. There should be nothing else hidden behind a paywall. But keep in mind that if you want constant updates for a game, the devs have got to get an income from somewhere. And just the original sales of the game, that's not continued income. That's not anything extra that they can get later on. So an optional DLC, they release something that can provide a little bit of extra money for them if people choose to buy it, but it's not going to affect the performance of the base game. I think it's an excellent idea. And if it's a game that I play a lot, if I really enjoy the game and I do play it a lot, I will buy DLCs that come out. If it's a game that I don't play very much and I haven't really gotten into it, then I generally just let the DLC go. I'm not going to spend extra money on a game that I don't put very many hours into. But if I've had 50, 100, 200 hours of enjoyment out of a game, I can see no problem with providing a little bit of extra money to the people that are creating this wonderful content in order to be able to get yet more content. That, I think, is quite acceptable. So I'm personally hoping that the development of this game will continue and we will eventually see a paid DLC. I'm curious as to what they could bring out for a paid DLC for a game like this. Whether it be extra vehicles, new maps, I don't really know. It could really go any way at all, to be honest. And is there anything that you would like to see in the way of a paid DLC released for this game? If you know, ignore the fact that you may hate the idea of paid DLCs and never ever buy them. If you were given a paid DLC completely for free, we'll just say that for a minute. Right, I'm up there. I want to get down here to the log station. All of these two watch points here are underwater. That's going to make life more difficult still. So I kind of want to get from there. Getting through here is going to be difficult, so really I want to go back out that way and onto the road here, and then I can follow it down to the log station, and it's the log station I've got to go to load up rather than the log kiosk. But getting to that one and that one might be more difficult. We may be wanting one of these vehicles over here, although I do have that other E-7310 over there, so refueler. I might take that one in a minute and just run over there. We'll get this one first down to the mill, and then we'll see what we can do. So yeah, in the comment section today, I would very much like to hear ideas from you. What would you like to see in the way of a DLC release for this game? Regardless of whether or not you think that DLCs should exist, and you know, if you've never ever bought the DLC, no matter how much you enjoy the game, if the game is paid for, I know that there are people who really detest the idea of a DLC, and no matter how much they play a game, no matter how much they enjoy it, they will never buy a paid DLC because they don't agree with the principle of it. That's fine. Just imagine for a moment that somebody was giving you the DLC for free, and I want to know what you think would be in a DLC. What would you like to see in a DLC for this game? Is there anything in particular you think would be really cool to see? Something awesome that should be added in? I know there's a lot of people want things like weather effects and stuff like that. I don't know if that would just be added in a patch, or if that would be like a DLC type thing. New vehicles, new environments. I mean, the whole idea of Spintires at the moment is it's set in Siberia, in a very remote and kind of unforgiving area. But what about is there other places you'd like to see it? And it's all about logging, isn't it? It's about going to the logs kiosk and getting the stuff that's there and then taking it away somewhere else. So, maybe there's something you'd like to see added in at a later date for a new material, a new item that we've got to shift to be able to do things a little bit differently. What about building roads? So you've got to get the logs and then you've got to physically place them down through the mud in order to be able to advance a little bit further through a map. Anything like that. Ideas. I'm really interested to hear what you guys think would be really, really cool to be added into a game. So get into the comments section and tell me all about it today. What we're going to do is we're just going to load this one up. We've got a medium and short logs available on this vehicle. So if I can just spin round a minute, and then we can start getting this one loaded up. And as soon as we have got it loaded up, my plan is to... Right, I'm going to back up there. My plan is to go to the other E-7310. Ignore what I'm doing to that trailer there, that poor trailer. That is not the way to treat a trailer. Although, to be honest, the trailer is putting up some fair resistance there on this one. Put that one there like that, and then if I can back round there, I might be able to shove the trailer back a little bit more. Ah, there we go, now it's moving. This vehicle doesn't take no for an answer, it really doesn't. This thing is fantastic. And apparently also the log stations and everything, they're going to be a lot more forgiving in the position that you get to load up your logs and that. So this one here, I want the medium logs for here, like that. And then I can go to the short log trailer and I can go... Can't carry this load. Right, so I'm going to have to move forward a little bit so that I can get the next load on. I think about there would probably be alright. Now, apparently there is a way to do this. I'm going to have to go back a little tiny bit. There, that's enough. There we go. Right. Short logs. Position your truck correctly. It is positioned correctly. If I go forward anymore, you won't let me load. There. Yeah, it's positioned correctly. If I go forward anymore, you won't let me load, will you? There, look at that. Look. See, now it's saying that I can't do it. That is just ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Back up a little bit, and then if I stop, and it'll say... No, oh, I need to move the trailer over this way. Right, okay. Let me have a little play around, and then I'm going to go and skip the night anyway, because it's starting to get dark. So I'm going to force the trailer back over here, and we'll try presenting it once more. Go on, you can do this. Keep going. Look at that trailer. Look at what we're doing to it. It's not the way to treat it. Okay, I think it's abused enough. Let's go forward a little bit. Let's see if we can straighten it up a bit. I'll ease it round like that. And there we go. Right, now let's see what it does. Really? Right, why? I don't want to move it any further. I'm quite happy with it where it is, thanks. Let's try that. Nope, it's not like that. Yeah, okay, let me get this done. Okay, I just did 872 points of damage because I pressed up against this tree. 872 points of damage in a single go. All because I can't position this bloomin' trailer in the right place. I've been backwards and forwards and up and down and sideways, and it just won't position in the right place. That's one of the things that they're addressing in a patch, by the way. Is not going to be quite so sensitive when you're trying to do stuff. But seriously, 872 points of damage just because I was like just leaning against a tree a little bit. That I did not expect. I absolutely did not expect that at all. Right, I'll tell you what I'm going to do is... That was brilliant. This one over here is carrying a refueler. It's not carrying anything else. So really, I'm going to reset this one to the garage. And I also want to skip the night. So first of all, I'm going to go over to the B131 over here that's underwater. And I'm going to skip the night. So we'll do that. Yes, that drains 21 litres of fuel out of that one. But not out of the one that I've got running. So I want this one down here. And I'm going to recover to garage up here. There we go. Recover. Yes. No. Okay, that wasn't the one that I actually wanted to recover. That was the one that was in the water. That's alright. I'm just going to move this one up over here out the way, because I don't actually want to use it at the moment. So I'm going to stick that one over there. A little bit of damage, that's fine. We don't worry about that. And I'm even going to leave it running. So, yeah, I want to go down to this one down here. No, not that one. That one down there. Right, now I'm in this one. Then I can actually go and recover to garage. That's what I needed to do. Right, recover to garage. There. Recover garage, you'll lose the load. Yes, yes, yes. Engine is broken. Repair with add-ons or recover in the garage. I'm in the garage. I'm already recovered in the garage and it still won't let me. It's not having it, is it? It's absolutely not having this at all. Okay, let's go to here, advanced, and can I winch this one? No, you can't even. I can't do anything with it. Oh, this is brilliant. Nope, no winches, no advance. Okay, let me do this again. I'm going to try and recover this one once more. So there, I'm in the garage, and I want to recover. Yes, I want to recover. There we go. Now it's actually done it. Right, so log carrier is installed, but I've got a short log trailer. I'm pretty sure that that one will have been left way down at the bottom end of the map, all the way down here, there at the log station. I am 100% certain that the trailer is still there, where I left it down here. I've got no way of checking it other than going and grabbing this vehicle over here and taking this one on a little jaunt. So what I'm going to do is we're going to drive this one down to the garage. I'm just going to check that the thing is there. And then I'm going to plunge into the water with this one, and we'll see if we can uncover any more of the map. And also, we may be able to find a little route around the map. Because I've got one of these now that I can sort of sacrifice and is available to be spared. Let's just back up round here a minute. And there we go. Right. Now, if I can take this one back down to the garage, we can, like I said, we'll check and see if the trailer is there and everything is okay. Let's stick the all-wheel drive on, and let's head down this way. Am I going the right way? I'm probably going completely the wrong direction. No, I'm not actually going the right way. Miracles never cease. Frithgar is heading in the right direction just for once in his life. That is absolutely amazing. And is that our tracks from previously? We're never going to get lost. We've got our own tracks that we can follow. That is brilliant. Okay, so we keep driving down through here. We should just be able to go up over the top, and then we get to a road, don't we? And we can go through there. Now, I've been told by a few people that if I was to use my steering wheel and accelerator, I could use lower revs, and I would have much better chance of not getting stuck. Because if you can use lower revs when you're off-roading, it makes life a little bit easier. I've also received the odd snotty message from people, I'll say people, from a couple of people, 2 people. I think it was pretty sure it was 2 people. It might have only been 1 person, actually. But anyway, I did receive the odd snotty message saying that I should not be recording these videos at all because I know nothing about off-roading, and I should stop pretending that I know about off-roading because it's absolutely disgusting, it's painful to watch, yada, yada, yada. I actually thought that was quite funny because I have never at any point said I know anything about off-roading, and I'm very curious where that impression came from. I must admit, I don't normally talk about troll messages or anything like that, because one of the downsides of running a YouTube channel is you're always going to get somebody nasty turn up, send you a whole load of hate mail, send you a whole load of disgusting messages, and just generally try to do everything they can to make you feel bad about yourself. And the only thing you can do is just ignore it and move on. So that's generally what I do. I just ignore it and move on. And this person got quite upset by the fact that they thought that I was telling them how they should do off-roading, and I know nothing about it, and they know all about off-roading because they do it, and I know nothing about it. It's disgusting, and I need to go and learn how to do it properly before I come back here, and how dare I make videos. So anyway, I would just like to say thank you very much, Mr. Troll. I did enjoy your messages. They provided me with some temporary amusement. And our trailer is not here. We've lost our trailer. So we're going to have to go and find our trailer and bring it back down here. But we'll worry about that in another episode. What we're going to do is we're going to take our fuel and we're going to disappear off into the water and see if we can uncover the last little bit. Either that or drown the vehicle. It's going to be one or the other. We're either going to find where we're going or we're going to drown. This is Frithgar at helm here, so we're probably just going to get hopelessly lost and then drown. I can't really see it going any better than that, really. This is what normally happens. Let's just bring up the map so that we can sort of see where we're going. There, right. So I want to get to that point there. Now, there's a road over there, so we could follow the road. I'm going to go down to the coast, and we're going to sort of have a stroll along there, and we're going to see where we're going. But no, my point was, have I ever... I don't think I have ever at any point given an indication that I know anything about what I'm doing in this. Other than, you know, I'm supposed to drive slowly because that's what people have told me to do. I mean, if I have given the impression that I know what I'm doing when it comes to off-roading, then please don't, you know, read anything into it, because I really don't. I really genuinely have no clue. I'm just kind of muddling along, and most of this is done on prayer. And yeah, I'm not the sort of person that normally prays anyway, so I don't really know how successful it is. And right, we can get up onto this bit here, and then the water seems to be moving fairly fast here, but it doesn't, well, I say at the moment it doesn't seem deep, but I'm starting to head down into deeper waters, so this may end up, oh, it's definitely moving faster now. You can see it's actually drifting the vehicle along a little bit. We've got, oh, I love the liquid physics. That is definitely the developers showing off and just sort of saying, hey, look what we can do. With the way that the liquids move in the fuel tanks and on the back on this vehicle here. I really do like it, though. I love that effect. Look at how fast it's going. That is really cool. We're definitely being pushed downstream with the weight of the water here. That is actually physically pushing us downstream a little bit. Not by a huge amount, but you can see if you line it up and you get the front there, we've definitely drifted off course quite away from where we started. But we're getting to the bit where we can unlock, and we now know that there is a straight line straight across here, so it's actually going to be really easy now that we've kind of uncovered everything. Oh no, we do have a little deep point there. That's nothing. That's nothing. Walk it off. We can walk it off, and so we should be able to load up, and we can go straight to this point, and we can just run backwards and forwards. So doing the logs, I think medium logs is like, is it 4 points for medium logs? If medium logs are 4 points, then it should be fairly easy. I'm getting stuck there, aren't I? Let me come back out a little bit, and we'll try going just off to the side here a little bit and see if we can get through there. Then we're going to have to go back up the garage, and we're going to have to get our other big beastie up there. Bring that one down and see what we can do with that one. I think I'm actually getting towards the end of what I'm going to do this week. I would really like to be able to finish this map up with the updates and see the kind of the new stuff that they're bringing in, and I think it's going to make things a lot better. At least I'm hoping it is. I've got a lot of faith in this one now. Now that they've sort of released this announced update, I am genuinely looking forward to it. I reckon if we take this same one that we got here, I know that we got the other one up there, which is a carrier for medium logs. But that last waypoint, I think, is going to be the most difficult one to reach. Really, I think we want to go from there and down through this chain of islands. I mean, we could come over there. We've got this road here that comes down, so maybe we try that one. I think we'll reset to the garage up there, and then we'll drive from that point. Well, actually, no, we could just go along here. If I can follow this along this way, and then we go straight out there. And if we drown, we'll just turn around and go the other way. There's the lumber mill over there. So we don't actually have that far to go. I mean, there's a road over this way, which is actually even closer, so we may... I know that we're definitely able to get across that bit without any problem. So whether we could get across this bit here without any problem, where the actual road goes into the water, I don't really know. We'll see. Let's just go and unlock the last little bit on this map, and then we will call it a day this week, and we'll come back next week, hopefully with this camera all updated, and everything looking really good, and the world is going to be rosy and wonderful. And then it all depends what the new camera is like. I want to be able to center on a vehicle, and I want to be able to just zoom out a little bit. I don't want it to constantly move around. What does it center on at the moment then? It says new camera mode, but the way that it kind of swings around drunkenly and that, I'm really not sure. But when they made the announcement on Facebook, I did see in the comment section that there are a few people that really like the way the camera is right now and felt that it shouldn't be added in. This other camera shouldn't be added in. And I mean, it is an option. They're not changing the camera. They're just adding a new option for the camera. So if you like the way the camera is, nobody is forcing you to change. You can stick with this camera and you can play with it to your heart's content. But it also means that people like myself, who actually this camera is a reason for no longer playing this game, there's changes in store, and I will then have a reason to actually be able to continue on playing this game. Because if the camera doesn't change and I'm not able to find a suitable mod to make it better, then I would actually stop playing this completely, which I don't think that the devs would want. Especially, well, we obviously have no idea if they're planning a DLC, but if they're throwing out updates, there's a good chance that they will. And also, even if they don't plan a DLC, they still generate more income from the game by people liking the game. If somebody likes the game, they're going to go to their mates, "You really got to try this game." If somebody doesn't like the game, they'll go to their mates and say, "Don't waste your money. Don't bother buying it." And then that's the end. You know, the money sort of dries up, and then obviously if the devs don't have an income, they can't keep doing what they're doing, because nobody works for free. And this is one thing that people do tend to forget at times. And I've definitely been guilty of it myself, complaining about having to spend money for games. The people that make these games, they can't work for free. I'm going to have to think. I think I'll have to go round. These trees are fairly close together. Let's try going round this way. Let's see what we can do here. I just want to get the rest of the map uncovered. I'm not going to do any more today. This is going to be it. If we can just get this bit uncovered, then we'll be done. Just get in through there, and then I wonder if I can take this tree down. I did manage to do like 800 points of damage in a single hit just now. And that was actually really cool. No, it's not going to do it. Maybe I can get a run up. Go on, we can do this. We can do this. Up the hill a little bit, and I reckon if we can get a bit of a run up down this hill, and we can keep going. So, oh no, we're in first gear. We're not going to go any faster, are we? No, that's not happening. All right, we'll ignore that one for now. We'll try this another time. If we can get, maybe we can get a mod that will give us a bit of a speed boost or something like that. That would be pretty good. There's a mod. No, there's a DLC I'd like to see. Something that will actually physically knock the trees down and like basically just shove them out the way. That would be genuinely cool. I think I would be willing to pay money for that. And it's like a machine that would go along and cut them down or something, but in a pleasantly destructive manner. You don't want just sensible chainsaws and tree harvesters. We don't want any of that malarkey. We can do that in Farming Simulator. No, what we want something beautifully destructive, like a vehicle like this with a big bulldozer blade on the front, or some giant swinging knife that is, right on the verge of what's realistic and what's not. That would be brilliant. That would be genuinely awesome. Explore the Deluge. Unlocked. All done. All complete. We are done. Right. You know what? We are going to have to do it. We are going to have to just try and see what we can do. No, I don't mean knocking down a tree. I don't mean knocking down trees. I mean, let's go into the water and see what we can do in the water. We'll come through here, and there we go. Look how fast that river is flowing right there. This could be... I reckon that with the speed that it's flowing, it's going to mean that it's deep. I reckon that's what it means. I reckon it means it's deep. So I'm going to get into the middle here, and then I'm going to start going in the direction of the water flow. You can see it building up against the tank, and I know that we've got those telegraph poles that are sort of going across the river over there. Am I going to be able to get anywhere that's deep enough to drown me? Probably going to have to go all the way back to where that B1 something was previously. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Right. Let me bring this thing down through here. There we go. Dangerous water levels. Now we're talking. Go on, keep going. I want to drown this thing completely. I love this vehicle, so I want to drown it. That's kind of the aim here. So we're swimming. It is deep, and we do have a little bit of a bow wave on the front, but generally most of the bow waves does seem to be on the back, so the water physics are reasonably well simulated, I feel. Let me bring it around this way. I'm just going to bring up the map a second and see which way. Yeah, I reckon that's going to go shallow there, so I reckon this is going to be... There's deep water out there. We did drown in that one quite quickly, so I think we can just sort of carry on this way, maybe? Although to be fair, maybe there is going to be our best bet. Let's try going that way. If you enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. I'm hoping by this time next week, we will have the update for the game. We'll be able to have new camera angles. We will be able to have a whole new improved loading system so that we don't get hopelessly stuck when trying to load our vehicle and have to spend ages and then end up driving into a tree stump and completely destroying our vehicle, all of that kind of stuff. But we'll find out next week. So until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.